welcome back to Soup for Your Soul. And this Sunday I have put together something that is perfect if you're trying to go meatless. It is a Moroccan chickpea and lentil soup. It is full of spices, some of my favorites like cumin and even a little bit of cayenne. So I'm going to show you how to put this one together, and if you'll look, this is the finished product. And it is gorgeous. You can kind of see it's got some carrots in there and tomatoes. It is just fabulous. And you know something? I haven't even tried it yet. So let me just give it a little taste. It smells good. It's perfect. All right, let's get to cooking. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of good olive oil to your Dutch oven. Of course, the Dutch oven is already heated up over medium heat. And next, we're going to add 1 chopped onion. Next, we'll add in 2 stalks of diced celery. And finally, we'll add in some carrots. And so 1 large carrot or about 8 of those little baby carrots diced up. And we'll stir this around. Make sure it's coated with the olive oil. And let this cook for about 5 minutes over medium heat until the vegetables are soft. Once the vegetables are soft, you're going to add in your spices. So we've got garlic. You got to get all that good garlic out of there. And next, we're going to add in cumin, cinnamon, just a whole bunch of really good tasting things. Turmeric. You'll see. We're starting with turmeric, so you're going to have a teaspoon and a half of turmeric. And turmeric is so good for you. It's great when you can put it into something like a soup. And now we're doing our cumin, one of my favorite spices. Put in a healthy teaspoon of that. That just, oh gosh, great to add into guacamole, all sorts of things. Now we've got some ginger, so you just want to do a half a teaspoon of ginger. Ginger's got a strong flavor to it. And then next we've got our cinnamon, believe it or not, half a teaspoon of that. And it's interesting because we've got some savory spices and some kind of sweet ones. Finally, 1/4 a teaspoon of cayenne. Mix all these together and let this cook for 1 to 2 minutes, stirring often. My kitchen smells fabulous right now. Now that the spices have cooked for about 2 minutes, let's start adding some yummy ingredients. First, 1 can of diced tomatoes. And then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. So you can see, you just kind of eyeball it. And I love this tomato paste in a tube, because you just store it in your fridge and it's ready to go. Now let's add in our lentils, and I'm using 2 different lentils. I've got some black lentils and also red. So you'll see that in just a second. Let me stir these tomatoes and vegetables and let all of that mix together. Add a little salt, definitely. This is smelling so good. So here's your lentils. These are black lentils. You can use green if you have them, and also red lentils. We actually have a Mediterranean shop or market here, and I can pick up all sorts of lentils. I'm adding a little bit of cilantro. Cilantro can overpower a dish, so I err on the side of less is best. But if you love cilantro, you can add much more. Let's crack in some black pepper. I think I did about five cracks. And looking at this, I'm going to go ahead and add a second can of tomatoes. This is a very, very thick soup, but it is pourable. You'll see once we get it all mixed up. So we'll blend all this together and let this cook for about 5 minutes and just stir it constantly. And it's looking fantastic. Y'all, I'm laughing at myself. I turned around and saw that I hadn't even added the chickpeas, the star of this soup. So you'll stir in 1 can of drained chickpeas and mix all of this together. And again, I'm going to stay with this stirring for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to add some chicken stock. All right, you're going to need 7 cups of chicken stock, or you can use water. It's just not going to have quite as much flavor. I prefer to just keep a case of chicken stock in my pantry because I do make so many soups during the winter months. So I'm adding 1 whole quart, and then we'll add 3 more cups, and it's going to look like a lot of liquid. But don't worry, once those lentils start cooking, they're going to puff up and absorb a lot of that moisture and a lot of the liquid. So this will end up being a really thick, beautiful soup. So we'll add in 3 more cups, and then I'm going to bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we'll reduce to simmer and cover it, of course, and we'll let that simmer for 45 minutes. And you're almost done, but put your timer on, and at 45 minutes, we're going to add 1 final ingredient. Once it's been simmering for 45 minutes, you're going to add in 1/4 cup of rice. And then we're going to cover this back up for 15 minutes, and then your soup is done. Pair it with a green salad, and you are good to go for dinner this Sunday. Enjoy!